it down. I'll say who's going to say what. Got it? From the Greeks. From the Greeks. Alrighty. How is this government practiced? Julia, what'd you put in that one? The government's passed on, I didn't hear you. To the oldest son of the family, yes. And what happens, Lauren, if they don't have an oldest son? Where'd she disappear to? Rylan, what happens if they don't have an oldest son?
Then they have a government helper help them until they're old enough to rule by themselves.
Answer my question. What happens if they don't have a son? No, we have no idea. Megan, do you know? Say it again. They can go to close members of the family. Yes. Okay. Oh, that was tough. So in that box for my people writing, you have one ruler in a monarchy, and the power is passed to the oldest son. If there is no son, then it goes to a close relative. So be real nice to Uncle Joe. I'm just saying. Thank you, Gamble, for getting my humor instead of this.
What about an Uncle Nick?
Oh, Lord. Okay. What is known about this government in Greece? Lauren McEwen, did you come back? No, she just disappeared and she's supposed to be doing this. Kaylin O'Donnell, do you have something? Wait, Lauren, there you are, back at the bottom. Lauren, what'd you put for the third one? It's like I'm invisible here. I mean, Kaylin, are you there? All right, so this group did nothing, clearly. You just chatted away in the breakout room and did nothing. Okay, so Kaylin, what did you get for what is known about this government in Greece? Sure you do, because we've said it a million times. Guess. Oh, look, and he did it right. Yes. Okay, go ahead. Well, come on. I'm looking for more. That's all he has. Okay, so he has that one of the earliest Greek governments was the monarchy, and the Mycenaeans were one of the people that practiced it. What was the other group that practiced a monarchy? My monarchy people. Who else do we talk about besides the Mycenaeans? Philip even knows. Go ahead, baby. Thank you. Minoans. Hello. King Minos in his palace. Yeah, where's that from? Philip knows. Is it a commercial? No, there's something. Never mind. All right, so my people at home, I don't know what to tell you about your grade for this. I can't get any decent answers here. So you want to make sure that in there you have that this is one of the earliest governments, and the Minoans and the Mycenaeans practiced this. But what happened? Think about the difference between the Minoans and the Mycenaeans. How did this particular government end up collapsing? What was the difference between Minoans and Mycenaeans? Philip.
Well, the Minoans got wiped out from a volcano, and the
Okay, but if we just look at the Minoans and the Mycenaeans and not how they collapsed. I was talking about how did the monarchy government collapse in Greece? What is the difference between the Minoans and the Mycenaeans as far as like the kind of people they were? Yes. No, they were. They were good with trade, but they were a little bit different. How were they different? Diego.
The Mycenaeans were warlike.
Remember, the Mycenaeans were more warlike. The Minoans were these nice, easygoing, loved the arts, loved fine things, theater, great traders. And the Mycenaeans were also traders, but they were a very warlike people, always looking to take control. And that's what made the monarchy form of government collapse in ancient Greece, because you had the Mycenaeans who always wanted to take over other people. Okay? So make sure that you have that in your box over there. All right, and what do you know about a modern day monarchy? And again, my three at home, nothing happening. Modern day monarchy. All right, Callan, go ahead. What? You looking at Great Britain? Are you looking at Great Britain? Ernest, what do you have for this one? No. Modern day. We're on the last box for you guys. Megan, go ahead, sweetie. Yes, modern day monarchies are called constitutional monarchies, which means that the king or the queen is like the figurehead, okay? But the actual government lawmakers and rulers are underneath them. So like in England, it's a parliament. Who is the king or queen in England? Cordelia. Queen Elizabeth. And him. And who just died? Prince Philip, her husband. Yes. He just died. He was like 98, something like that. And he just died. So now Queen Elizabeth is there. Who's going to take over when she dies? Who's her oldest son? Cordelia.
Prince William?
Not William. That's her grandson. Who's her son? Prince. That's her grandson. Diego.
Prince Harold?
No, he's the grandson. Lauren.
Prince Charles?
Yep, Prince Charles. Prince Charles is her son. He's the father of William and Harry. So then once he dies, then William will take over. So that's their, line of succession right there. Alrighty. Americans love the royals. We're always, interested. Did anybody here watch the wedding between Harry and Meghan Markle? Thank you, Julia. Wasn't it awesome? Yeah. What's a wedding? It was so awesome because it was Prince Harry, who everybody loves Prince Harry. Princess Diana's son, come on. Oh, Lord, help me. Cordelia, tell me you heard about them. Thank you. All right, you guys need to open up your world to more than video games. All right.
Don't play video games.
So, yes, you do, liar, liar, pants on fire.
You know that?
You're always playing games.
Yeah, my computer when I'm at school.
And at home on Wednesdays, yeah. Yeah. Yes, you are. I know, I see. And I just don't say anything.
See, YouTube is a different thing.
It's not a different thing. All right, yes, Gamble. For the modern day? Okay, so modern day monarchies are called constitutional monarchies because they have a king or a queen as their ruler, but really underneath them is another law-making body. So like in England, it's like the Parliament, okay, like our Congress. So Queen Elizabeth is the Queen of England, and the lawmaking body is the Parliament underneath her. So she does have a say-so, but it's not as strong as the Parliament. Alrighty, good job. Now, my oligarchies, who are they? Alright, who are my oligarchies at home? Naomi. Oh, poor Naomi was all by herself in a group. No one else is owning it. Naomi, who was in your group with you, honey bun?
Emma, Izzo, and James Dolphy.
So Izzo and Doggy, you don't have hands to come up here? What's wrong with you? I know, Donkey's still behind his camera. All right. Jimmy, you're with me? Tell me, Jimmy, how did the word oligarchy originate?
The word oligarchy shares the same suffix as the previous form of government, oligarchy, but its prefix comes directly from the Greek word oligos,
Which means?
in English, oligos is translated to mean few. Literally, oligarchy translates to mean few to rule.
So he just read that paragraph to you, just so you know. You're supposed to know this. Ugh. People at home, I'm getting annoyed. Naomi, I'm not annoyed with you yet.
You said yet.
Hopefully you'll know the answer when I call on you. Alright, so what do we want in this box for my oligarchy people? Something simple. They gotta write this down. Go ahead, Meg. Yeah, and where does it come from? From the Romans? From who? Yeah. So the word oligarchy comes from the Greeks again, and literally it means few to rule. F-E-W. Few to rule. And a few is how many? 3. Yeah. Did you write this down, Kevin? Because I don't see you writing this down. What did you say? It doesn't mean few. What does it mean? Megan. Few to rule. See? Goofing around, we don't have it written down. All right, good job. Naomi, you're up. How is this government practiced? I know you got this.
Power would be shared evenly amongst 3 to 4 worthy families, and the father of the elite family would take control of the power, and if the father died, the eldest son would have the power.
If the father died, what? You just cut out. The father died, what? You're cutting out, Sweet Pea. Cutting out, Sweet Pea.
The eldest son would have the power.
There you go. Awesome job, Naomi. You did it. She's so funny. She's so funny. All right. So, in an oligarchy, okay, it's usually ruled by a warrior family, and usually 3 of them rule, okay? And then, once again, the power would pass down to the oldest son. So, you want the word warrior in there? Because it's usually a warrior class that rules. And Casco? Write this down and cut that up. What'd you write?
But power is shared by 3 people or families. The father has the power and the second.
So you didn't write it down. I said to make sure you include this one very important word. What was that important word? Warrior. A warrior family. Kevin, did you write that down? Oh, look, now we're going to write. Philip, did you write that down? What? What? Why not? Well, you need to pay attention.
Honesty would not point.
I know, I'm thrilled he's honest, but I need you to know this. Because if you don't have this filled out, how are you going to pass the performance test? Yes. Right? The internet's not going to help you with this. What? Philip, you're killing me here. Make sure you know that the oligarchy is ruled usually by 3 people of the warrior class. Okay, now, what is known about this government in Greece? Gamble, you want that one? Can one of you tell me who was the most prominent oligarchy in early Greece? What city-state? Braden? What? Sparta. Yes, you want to make sure Sparta's in there. Sparta had an oligarchy, and Sparta's oligarchy was focused on 2 kings. They had 2 kings. You want to make sure you have that. The trouble with oligarchies is that the oligarchs tend to abuse their power. Okay? And then that gets the people angry, so the people end up revolting. And that's usually what happens with an oligarchy. So you want to make sure in that 3rd box you have that Sparta was an oligarchy in early Greece. It was focused on 2 kings, and oligarchs usually abused their power, which then made the people overthrow them. I'm not worried about the symbols. I want to get the information. Okay? All right, a modern day oligarchy. Gavin, haven't heard from you. Go ahead, baby. Wait, I can't hear you, sweetheart. Good job. All right. So, Naomi, Jimmy, or Emma, any one of you know who the modern day oligarchy is? Emma Izzo? Yes or no? Jimmy? Yes or no?
No.
Naomi? Naomi, yes you do. Okay, so modern day Russia is considered a modern day oligarchy. Vladimir Putin is the leader of Russia, but underneath him he has these two men that are, they're rich. One's an oil guy, one's a broker, investment broker. So it's always financial, always money underneath the leader of an oligarchy. So you should know Vladimir Putin. He's been on the news all the time, especially during Trump's administration. He was always on the news. What's the modern name? What? The modern oligarchy? Russia. Know that it's Russia. Kevin and Callan, stop screwing around. I can't even hear his question because you're guffawing over there like two little babies. I know, he thinks that's funny too. Look at him. Kevin! Get a grip! Oh no, it's not like one of those laughing things. Now he can't stop. Watch this. Kevin! Squirrel! That's all it takes.
Try a word that doesn't seem that very funny.
It didn't work as good as squirrel. Alright, Kevin, get a grip, baby. Pumpernickel! Ew, that's gross. No, don't. No, his face is too funny. Don't look at him. Oh, Lordy, I'm glad it's Friday. Okay. So now we're on tyranny. Oh, tyranny. Tyranny, are you ready? Who are my tyranny people? Ethan, who else? Isabel? And Emma Casey? Alrighty. So, Miss Stephanie, can you tell me how the word tyranny originated? Okay, so again, the word comes from the Greeks, and the word translates to illegitimate ruler. Illegitimate. ILLEGIMATE. Oh, it's a big word. Such a big word for a big boy. Okay. Illegitimate. ILLEGIMATE. And it means unlawful. Look who's talking, little Zach.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I bet you didn't even write it down. Let's see. You put legitimate. It's illegitimate. No, two different words. Legitimate means legal. Illegitimate is not legal.
Isn't that
Kevin, get a grip.
Isn't it legal and illegal?
you want to take that one? Are you there?
I put down the government practice. It's practice when someone like takes over and like kills the leaders, and then they like have to like persuade the like all the citizens and guards to want to like this is the better leader, like this is better than your last leader, so they don't like overthrow him or her.
Okay. You're on the right track. Good. Okay, turn me off. Okay. Alrighty. Jacob, add to that. Tell me what you put. Tyrants seize power what? And what? Oh.
Not all tyrants were like bad or like good, more like that like bad. Like they would mostly like they count citizens and give them rights, not really rights, but like relax them on abilities and stuff. So not sign of tyrants.
But why did they do that?
Because
They had ulterior motives. Why did they do that? There's no king involved here. Tyrants are not kings. Isabel, help me out here. What'd you put for that one?
It was
What?
stable.
Second box, honey. What'd you put?
I had the same.
Tell me what you put down. Read it to me.
The government's practice when somebody takes over the place when they kill the ruler and they persuade the citizens and guards.
So, the thing is, I want you to rely on the information you were given. Okay? Not so much looking things up on the internet, but actually pay attention to what I gave you. So, a tyrant is someone who overthrows, okay? They overthrow a government. And the thing is, going along with Wyatt said, they bribe the people. Because tyrants want to be loved. They want the people to love them. So they bribe them, they give them land, they give them, things that they know that, the people will love, and they'll be, oh, thank you, leader. But eventually, they turn mean. And then anybody who doesn't go along with them, they kill. Or they put in prison. Or they'll, do something horrible to. So, while they might seem nice in the beginning, that's only to win them over. And then anybody who goes against them, they do away with. So, when you mention killing, they didn't always kill the leader to take over, but they would oust him from the land. They would banish him. So, in other words, in this particular government, there's no passing down the rule to an older son. The way to get rid of a tyrant is for another one to overthrow that one. That's just how it works, okay? Yeah, it's exactly it. Right? Yeah, the next guy who thinks he's important takes over. So in that box, you want to make sure that you have that the tyrant gains support and control by overthrowing the person who's in charge. And then he tries to win the people over by giving them things and bribing them. And then eventually, anyone who doesn't do as he asks or speaks out against him, off with their heads, you know? Okay, so what is known about this government in Greece? Oh wait, is that what we just did, right? Okay, okay. Emma, thank you.
We know that Greece's government was unstable and unfair because they took the people easily. They easily took the people over and ruled on the throne.
Okay. Wyatt? Good job. All right. So tyrants use their military leadership in order to gain support. Okay. And then they were usually very corrupt. And he mentioned Dionysus, who killed anyone who thought that might be a threat to his throne. God forbid. Okay. And is there a modern day tyrant? Is there a modern day tyrant? I don't see hands. Ethan, go ahead.
I think that maybe modern day tyrant. I don't think there's a lot of them, but there could be some of them. Like
Be specific, sweetheart.
I couldn't find a lot of examples.
Wyatt? Not China. But you mentioned Kim Jong-un. Who's he ruler of? North Korea. Yeah, the North Korean ruler. He's considered a tyrant. Okay. Megan? Quiet. You missed what, baby? Just simply that the tyrants use their military power to gain strength. An example was Dionysus was the one who would kill anybody that threatened his throne. That's all. Just an example of ancient Greece. And then the modern day example would be Kim Jong-un in North Korea. That guy only lets people in North Korea have electricity for 1 hour a day, and he chooses the hour. There's there's none of that. There aren't any video games. There's no social media. There's none of that. Quiet. 2:43. Settle down. North Korea is an example. You should have that down. You guys are exhausting today. That's his last name, sir. Vladimir. No, you know what? It's a Russian name. They would laugh at Kevin. They would laugh at Zachary. They would. I mean, it's just the ethnicity. Vladimir is a very common Russian name. Zachary, I'm going to consider that a weapon. No, Kevin, you need to settle down. Now take a chill pill. Now, you know what? Kevin, not laughing. Put egg in him on. Knock it off. Philip, do you believe this? Good behavior here. Wait, what? Okay, no, too much information. But do you believe the behavior of these two? They're obnoxious. No, Philip. Zachary. Honey, your whole life is an act, so stop. Yeah, when you were in preschool, maybe. Alright. So we have democracy left. And what happened? Okay, I am kind of losing it here today with these people. Yes, Naomi, that's exactly how I feel. Exactly. You have no idea, Naomi, how I want to do that too right now. Now, Cordelia and Diego, I know you did my democracy. So, would one of you please tell me where we got this word from? Go ahead, sweetheart.
Sorry, my camera goes off.
No, that's fine.
It comes from two Greek words, a noun, demos, which means people, and a verb, I can never pronounce it.
Grasha,
which means to rule, or people to rule in English.
Okay. So, this also comes from the Greeks, and it's translated to mean people rule. Don't write that down. Oh, no wonder. Okay. People rule. Okay. All right, my friends. So listen up. We're going to finish you two on Monday. We'll go over everything one last time. There will be a performance task on these. And we're going to go over the Minoans and the Mycenaeans and the Phoenicians on Monday. Tuesday will be you'll do the performance task on your government. And then a short exit ticket on the early Greeks, okay? Do something nice for all the women in your lives this weekend, moms, grandmas, aunts, friends, etc. Make them feel very special, okay? Have a great weekend.